Hi, this is Barbara Reiss reporting for Totally East Brunswick. We're very fortunate to be here today with Rachel Steinberg, who's the director of the Senior Center here in East Brunswick. Welcome, Rachel.
Thank you, Barbara.
So we're here for a very happy occasion. Your retirement is coming up pretty soon. It's capping a wonderful career here in East Brunswick. Thank you for all your service all these years.
Well, it's been a wonderful run. It's been a privilege to serve the residents and the employees of East Brunswick. It's a fantastic town. I wished I lived in Middlesex County. I live in Monmouth County, and I'm jealous with all the services and programs that we have here in East Brunswick. So maybe I will transport some of them over to my town.
Well, we were very lucky to have you. So let's take a little step back about how you got involved with the East Brunswick Senior Center. How many years have you served as the director?
It's a little over 17 years. I came from Jewish Family Service, and I was there for 5 years serving the senior population in Monroe. And a very good friend of mine who lived in East Brunswick and had been director in Highland Park for many, many years, and whose husband had been the attorney for the town for a number of years, told me about this position. And I came in and met the then mayor, Bill Neary, and it was just, we clicked. I was a clinical social worker, and I had my master's in public administration, so I could use that knowledge as well. But I wasn't quite sure how I was going to make that leap over to a senior center, because I had all the distortions and stereotypes that a lot of people have about department. It's really the Department on Aging. Most people see it as the senior center, and that's kind of the tip of the iceberg. That's the public face of the department. We do a lot more, and I'm sure we'll be talking about that later. But this position has been afforded me the opportunity to use all my skills to be the person I am. I love working with people, families. I learned the politics. I did work at Monmouth Medical for 23 years, and there's a lot of politics in hospitals. I was director of outpatient mental health. So nothing scares me, nothing surprises me, and I can't believe it's 17 years already. And when I first came, the department needed some TLC. There had been some issues and problems, so we had to stabilize the department. And we've grown from here, and it's been a team approach. I've had fantastic staff and fantastic seniors, fantastic family, volunteers. I can't do it alone. No one can do it alone. But I'm going to miss the people.
Well, it sounds like it's a labor of love.
It is. It's just, I'm saying my retirement is bittersweet. The hardest part is going to be leaving the people that I've worked with, people that I've been involved with. They've been involved in my life. I get so much more than I give. When I've had some rough spots the past 17 years, you know, my residents are there. You know, my members, my participants, seniors, whatever you want to call them. We've called them different names at different times. But the love, the caring is just amazing. And they give that to each other.
So let's build upon that, because we talk about legacy and what you hope to leave for the next folks who are in the senior center and who benefit from the Department of Aging. And like you said, some people don't really understand all the services that are available to our seniors.
It's amazing. People come in that have been residents for the town for many, many years, and they look around and they said, I never knew. I always said we were a well-kept secret. And we add to the quality of life for the township. Now, our quote-unquote seniors, for participation. The senior center starts at 60. We're seeing younger and younger seniors, many of them in their late 60s and early 70s, joining us. But we also have many people in their 80s and 90s. It's amazing to me. I was speaking to one woman who's been just lovely, gave me a beautiful card, and the sentiments have just, it's been overwhelming. And she's in her mid-80s, and I was like bowled over. So people that come to the center, age is ageless, it's the number. So we have people in their 80s and 90s that are learning new things, taking classes.
Give us a sampling of some of the activities people can participate in that they might not know about otherwise.
Okay, well, the exercise classes, a lot of people know about, but we have a whole range of exercise classes, from our one video exercise, which is Sit and Be Fit from a chair. We've added Zumba. We have Lenore, who's been with the center way before I came. So she has exercise with Lenore Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We have Tai Chi. We have 3 different kinds of yoga. We have chair yoga. We have traditional yoga. We have breathing yoga. So a lot of people come for classes, and then we have lunch. We have a chef.
I've had the soup, it's very good.
He's a wonderful, and we've always had this, so it brings people together to break bread. So many people socialize, either before or after class. Some people just come for lunch. We have a lot of people that live alone, and it's difficult to, for shopping, or they don't like to cook, and they have a good solid meal. We have not changed our price in, I would say, 16 years. It's $3 for a full lunch. And a number of years ago, we added, you can buy soup or a sandwich. And a lot of people do that. I've seen a change in the population, and we've had to change our opportunities and classes and trips that we offered. But we're basically kind of doing the same thing, but adjusting it to the different populations that are coming up. Trips aren't as big as they used to be. It used to be a very homogeneous group. Everybody wanted to do the same thing. They were the same age, and now, thank goodness, we've had as East Brunswick has become more culturally diverse, so has the department. So that's added a lot to what we do. We do Chinese mahjong. We have had Chinese mahjong classes. We've had regular mahjong classes that are continuing to go on. We have a lot of people playing mahjong. Bridge. We're fortunate to have a master bridge instructor. And a lot of our instructors have also been with us for many, many years. And we have many of our seniors that are also instructing for us.
So they volunteer their services.
They volunteer their services, anywhere from book club to book discussion group, which is now being helped and led by Paul from the library, great community colleague. But they're doing art instruction. They're doing knitting, movie discussion group, and we're very, very fortunate. We've had a wonderful, wonderful, almost, I think it's been about 17, 18 years with the high school, and it's intergenerational sociology class. And the teacher, Richard Koningsberg, who developed this program, and it's expanded, with our seniors being involved and the students. He just recently retired, and he's come to the center, and he's teaching 2 classes. And he has a fan club like you wouldn't believe. So that's added a lot to our schedule. And we just kind of try different things. We have a new exercise program that I read about, and I said, let's try it. It's called Ageless Grace, which is kind of mind-body We bring in stress reduction experts.
There's a little something for everybody.
It really is. And if people just want to come in and use our computers, or they just want to come in for lunch, or they just want to come in and say hello, great. So people can be as busy as they want. They can come in an hour a week if they want, or we have people that come every day. So it's really very individualized. But I think that what's so important, and talking about legacy, is that I've helped develop a community, a place where people feel comfortable and can meet other people and use their skills and their life experiences, and they're validated. It's not always easy growing older. That's not to say that younger people don't have issues and problems as well. But as we get older, there can be a lot of issues and concerns and problems that we have to deal with, and you don't have to do it alone. And the friendships that I've seen grow and develop, and I think that's the most important thing that I think I've been involved in, is making sure that there's a place that people want to come to, and we've changed people's lives.
And sometimes it's a daunting task for the relatives of the seniors, their grandkids or their kids, to even know how to navigate all the paperwork. And I understand that's an area that the Department of Aging helps you with as well.
It's a very complex system out there. And we are, again, very blessed to have two wonderful staff members, Judy Ryan and Sharon Riley Morosi, who has been the assistant director and been involved in the center for 35 plus years. And we help people with any questions they might have. The important thing is, and the difficult thing is, to broadcast to the community that we're here for any question and concern. You don't have to be a member of the Senior Center in order to call us to come in if you have a concern or a question. We know the resources. If we don't, Sharon and Judy go out and research. So be it concern about taxes, about health insurance, about transportation. We've had questions about funerals. Just 1,001 questions. Start with us first, and then we'll point you to the right direction. It can be very, as you said, daunting and overwhelming for a family and for an older person if all of a sudden they need help, economically or with medical care. Think of us. Think of us. Call us, and we'll help you through the maze.
And what a valuable resource you are for a whole bunch of areas there. There's a caregivers group. There are many different groups. Yes. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Sharon and I have been running a caregivers group for about 16 years. We meet the first Wednesday of each month. And again, you don't have to do it alone. We might not have all the answers, but to know that you're with people that are going through a similar situation, that there's a place where you can tell your secrets to, that you're not alone. Sharon also runs a Let's Talk group, which is just exactly what it means. She comes in with a subject. It's a good place for new people to meet. They never stay on that subject. So that many friendships have been made in that group. Sharon also runs a Hope and Healing group during the year, which is a bereavement group. And she has many other groups in the pipeline. And just, again, come on in, read our Voice of Experience. We're online, and also you can get a copy at the Senior Center, in the library, and we do send it out to some of the different communities. and see there's something for everybody.
What would you tell a reluctant senior who just sees this and says, you know, I don't know if this is for me?
Well, I'm not old enough. Okay. I usually tell people this is like an experimental laboratory. Try different things. You never know. And we have people that didn't think they were artistic, are just amazed at their talent when they go to art class, or even to start an exercise class. As we get older, it's harder to meet people, and we get shyer. I mean, there's there's a whole group of people also that have no problem socializing, but it's hard. You know, it's difficult. So I tell them, please don't make a quick impression. Come at least 3 times. Many times I'll have family members come with, especially the men, because they're not used to being as social and making plans and doing things as women are, and so that helps too. And I usually give people a tour, and I sit them down in the cafe, and usually our chef will feed them, and they'll start meeting people, and it's can be difficult for some people. And some have been alone. Oh, they've lost their significant other, their spouse, and they're having some health problems, or they're not hearing as well or seeing as well, and they think they're all alone. So, and then come into the center and they realize everyone's having kind of some of the same issues.
So we're very fortunate to be in a town where the administration, the mayor and the council are very supportive of the senior center and the department, but we also need volunteers, right? So that's a big lifeline to the center. Tell us about the volunteers and the Friends of the Senior Center.
Well, one of our biggest area where we have terrific volunteers is our senior meals program. And we, 5 days a week, deliver food to homebound seniors. It's a whole involved process. It's a county program, and at any one time we have 3 routes. Usually 2 volunteers go. One drives and one goes and gives the meals. But it's basically, not only is it giving a meal, it's also making sure that people, a welfare check to making sure they're okay, and saying hello and seeing if they have any needs. And our social service coordinator goes every 6 months to do an evaluation. So this is a wonderful program. So if you know of anyone that is homebound, it can be temporary, it can be long-term, call up our office and speak to Judy Ryan, and she can see if they are eligible for the program.
Absolutely. And now, let's say I don't have a car or I can't drive anymore. You help with that as well?
We are very fortunate to have 3 wonderful bus drivers, a transportation coordinator, and we pick up people in the morning, take them home in the late afternoon, and we use our buses for community trips. We also use, we go to, twice a week, we go to grocery stores. We want people to be as independent as possible, as our mission statement does read. And part of that is people want to be part of the community. They want to give back to the community as well. So getting back to the volunteers, many of our members are volunteers in the Senior Meals Program. They sit at the front desk. They help in the kitchen. We spoke earlier that many of them are instructors. So volunteers are our lifeblood. The Commission on Aging meets 6 times a year in the evening. They are my eyes and ears out in the community and talk about what's needed. And they've been a wonderful, wonderful group during my tenure. We've done a lot. We did a pre-retirement seminar, and we're still looking at that to schedule that again. We have our Friends of the Senior Center small group. but they are a fundraising group, and they have added so much to the everyday life and quality of the senior center. And we have our advisory council, which used to be our executive board. It's a smaller group now, and they are diplomats. Sharon and I meet with them once a month, and they are our conduit or liaison with the membership at the senior center. So there's a lot of give and take.
Excellent. So looking back, and wonderful things have happened. What do you hope for the senior center and the Department of Aging in the future?
I hope it's a place where people can come and continue to grow, and feel that they can use their talents and expertise, their life experience, and that we continue to evaluate our programs. Some programs are as old as the senior center, and others need to be upgraded, that we always listen to our older residents. It's always a give and take. We can't assume what people want. So that it's a community that shares and grows together, and it's a loving, caring, supportive, and educational.
Well, thanks to you. I'm sure it will be. And we thank you for your many years of service and for making the Senior Center and the Department of Aging what it is today.
Thank you.
This is Barbara Reiss reporting for Total East Brunswick. Thank you for joining us.